Today on The Central Moment, why sing when our world is so broken? Why have joy when so much suffering prevails? We sing and rejoice because, in the end, justice will come to our world. God's righteousness and His faithfulness will finally win out. Here's Dr. Jim Bradford with more on The Central Moment.
Good to be with you again today. We come to Psalm 96, which is in the midst of a cluster of very powerful praise psalms. And we sometimes ask ourselves that question, like when there's so much brokenness and suffering in our world, how can we have joy? How can we worship God? And why doesn't He do something about it? So here's how this praise psalm begins. And it's that call to sing. Verse 1, sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Sing to the Lord. Praise His name and proclaim His salvation day after day. Because the suffering around us does not nullify the saving work of Jesus among us. That saving work that is going to culminate in global justice and global peace. So sing to the Lord, praise His name, proclaim His salvation day after day. And notice the predominance of the word sing 3 times in those 2 verses, because the song of the Lord, when you have a song in your heart, it's this, you might say, the symptom of freedom, of peace. It's the result of having a new perspective, not being weighed down by the suffering and victimization of our world, but seeing another kind of hope. Singing is the language of hope. And so sing to the Lord a new song, because there is reason for hope. Declare His glory among the nations, the next verse. His marvelous deeds among all peoples. When I think of that, I think about how in my own life I want to be a part of leaving a global footprint for God among the nations. The awareness of what He is, to take that message to them, especially those who have never heard the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I want to give away my money. I want to give away my time so that His glory is declared among the nations. Why? For great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. He is to be feared above all the other gods. Verse 5, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens and the earth. You've got a lot of gods, a lot of nations, a lot of people groups some people groups have hundreds of gods. They try to appease gods that they fear, gods that they try to bargain with so that maybe there'll be rain on their crops or their kids won't get sick. And we see idolatry almost globally. We see people have gods, and if they're not spiritual gods, we take things of this world and put them in front of God, in place of God, and worship them. But Lord, You are the God of the nation. All the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord is the one who's the creator. He made the heavens. Splendor and majesty are before Him. Strength and glory are in His sanctuary. May we never lose that sense of awe as to who He is. So ascribe to the Lord, all you families of nations. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due His name. And bring an offering and come into His courts. So we come with the offering of praise. We come with the offering of our possessions. We come to say, God, You are worthy. I want to ascribe to You glory and strength. And I may realize that what I'm ascribing to You seems in contradiction with the suffering and the darkness and the wickedness of the world I live in. But Lord, You are the one who has glory and strength, and all the glories due Your name. And then in verse 11, let the heavens rejoice, let the earth be glad, let the sea resound, and all that is in it. Let the fields be jubilant, and everything in them. Let all the trees of the forest sing for joy. He's like saying everything I've been declaring about God is so true, it's so real, that let's let even creation itself declare His praise. Remember, Jesus says, if these who love Me don't praise Me, even the rocks will cry out. Let creation itself declare the greatness of our God, and to do it with joy. And then we come to the crux of it all, because the world around us still is a mess. But he says, let all creation rejoice before the Lord, for he comes to what? Judge the earth. And he will judge the world in righteousness and the peoples in his faithfulness. So all of these declarations of praise, all of this call to sing and to rejoice, it all is built on that last verse. Why are we doing this? Because there is a faithful judge, and he is going to balance the scales of justice. And someday war will be no more, and someday wickedness will be done away with. So we praise you and we honor you. We do ascribe to you, Lord, glory and strength. For you're not done, and you're our creator, and you're going to finish what you started in our lives and in our world. Thank you, Lord, in your name.